why are Republicans generally not good at this branding and framing things properly? / why are Democrats so good at it?
Well, yeah, here's the key point. Democrats have an argument that's based on free stuff. We're going to give you free stuff, free healthcare, free education, free money. And so what happens is Republicans get intimidated and they kind of withdraw and they get in this fetal position where they're afraid to fight back and they don't know what to say. And so they say, well, we want that too, but we just want to spend a little bit less. And so if the argument becomes we are big government light versus just really big government, voters are going to vote for the big government solution every day. So here's the contrast, is that the left offers, quote, free stuff. We offer freedom. And they can't compete if we fight on the basis of what freedom means. And we have to seize our own high ground and fight from a position of strength, not from a position of weakness. And that's really the key thing, is that we always try to offer the less expensive version, and we buy into the left's worldview, where our worldview is different. One of the points I made in this editorial was, if we really want to win the fight on identity politics, cancel culture, and it's true of the baseball debate happening now, is we've got to go back to what our founders talked about in terms of human dignity, the value of every person. The American idea is still radical and revolutionary. And the idea is that our rights don't come from the state. They don't come from your political party, your ethnicity. They come from what our founders described as natural law or nature's God. And that idea is an aberration in history. It's an exception. And that's why America is exceptional. So while I agree with President Trump that we need to have a wall, we need to have a strong immigration system, we're ultimately not defined by our borders, but by our beliefs. And so we've got to go back to these basic points about what freedom is all about, because that is the high ground. That's the way we win these arguments with the public.
Okay, I love all that. How do you do that? Give me an example. Give me one more example. You threw a few in there. Give me one more example, very clear, of how the Democrats, here's one issue, and here's what the Democrats, how they frame it, and here's how Republicans have been framing it, and here's how we should frame it instead.
Sure.
Give me a tutorial on this.
Well, there's a lot of. I'll give you two quick ones. I think one that's current is the issue of climate. Okay, so President Trump said, look, climate change is not a hoax. The vast majority of Republicans now will acknowledge, yes, there's some changes to the climate, humans are contributing to it, but the answer is to not empower government. It's not to give government all this new authority. It's to give individuals in the free market more authority. But we're so afraid of that topic. We're afraid that if we somehow acknowledge, as President Trump has done, that climate change is not a hoax, that we're somehow surrendering or approaching Al Gore with bended knee. And that's not at all the case, is that free economies are clean economies. So we have an incredible story of freedom and innovation and opportunity to describe just in that one issue area. And if we get that issue wrong, we lose a whole generation. We lose capitalism. So that's an area that we have to fight in. And the answer, again, is bottom up. It's not top-down solutions. I think another one from just 10 years ago was earmarks, the bridge to nowhere. I worked for Tom Coburn. The left would argue, look, we need to spend more money. That's the way you help people, is to grow government, to spend more money, to have earmarks. And we said, no, if you really want to care about people, you really want to help people, you spend less money. The compassionate, effective member is not the member that sends money back to the district. It's the one who prevents money from leaving your pocket and the district in the first place. Because the free enterprise system, capitalism, is a much more compassionate, much more effective agent of change and help. The invisible hand of the market is a lot more compassionate than the heavy hand of government. And that's the argument we fought. We won that. We actually made progress and not only got rid of earmarks, but we reduced the size of government. I mean, that's like making a river run backwards. And so these are not sort of theoretical ideas. These are principles that have been tried, and when implemented, they actually work.
Wow, that was deep and insightful. I want more of that. Like, subscribe, get more.